Hey everybody, it's Coach AB here to talk to you today about some benefits about cooking for yourself. Yes, it seems like some great feat to put some plan in as well as take the time to do it, not to mention the cleanup, right? But there are a ton of benefits to being able to cook a meal for yourself or for others. So the first one really is to learn to cook, right? So some people might find cooking to be a little bit hard. So what you can do is just learn basic skills. You can find that on the internet, the library, cook with a friend maybe that can help you learn some very basic things at first. Then at that point you have a platform to expand your cooking skills, learn other techniques, and then maybe become a little bit more adventurous with your meals, which can be very satisfying. So that's something you can do, is learn to cook and learn a new skill. So the second one would be to understand what is in your food. So yes, you can order off a menu, they can list what the items are in the meal, but what are you truly getting, right? What are your vegetables cooked in? What is really in that salad dressing? Because those little things will actually make a very big difference in what you're calorically intaking, as well as if you do have any food sensitivities, that can light that stuff up. So learning what is in your food and understanding what's there in terms of ingredients. Number 3 is learn to substitute items for healthier options. So one example of this that I use for myself is when there is a recipe that calls for cornstarch. I've learned that arrowroot flour, is a great substitute for when a recipe calls for cornstarch. So you'll be able to look at a recipe even if it's not the best and be able to substitute items, and that's from learning the basics and expanding your cooking knowledge. So some of these tips can also build on top of each other. Number 4 is do something for yourself. It can be very meditative to take some time to just be in the kitchen and make something that's really nice for yourself or for somebody else. I love to cook for other people, and it just feels really nice to be able to share that with others, as well as just know I made it for myself. So take the time, make yourself a really nice meal. Number 5 is boost your self-esteem. So this goes back to number 1 with learning cooking skills. So have you ever done something, learned something new and thought to yourself, wow, that was really cool to do that? Being able to have a little bit more confidence in the kitchen is great, especially if you never really spent a lot of time there but always wanted to, right? So boost your self-esteem by being able to cook yourself a meal, cook others a meal. Number 6 is leftovers make extra meals. Take the burden off of having to decide what is happening every single day and use those leftovers to make 1, 2, or even 3 meals, depending on what that recipe calls for. Number 7 is build a community. You know, you can share recipes, you can talk to people about what they're cooking lately, especially if you're stuck in a rut in terms of your prep cooking or just what you're making for yourself lately. I find myself talking to people about things that they're interested in cooking, or, you know, getting recipes from elsewhere, because I just kind of do the same thing most of the time. So being able to take a recipe and understand it and go into the kitchen and complete it also builds confidence as well, that you can do that. And number 8, save some money, right? Being able to make your food and not have to go out and spend $50 on a meal with 2 people, right? So that's a huge money saver. So try out some of these tips. Talk to me if you have any questions about cooking.